Congresswoman Marcia Fudge, tonight is the CBC event, your event tonight. OJ's, you're celebrating Ohio, but you're also dealing with major issues.
Yes.
Congressional Black Caucus. Talk to me about tonight and the weekend.
Tonight was a chance for us to come together for the chair's reception, for them to kind of celebrate me, but me to celebrate them. Today on the House floor, we of course debated the farm bill, the nutrition part of the farm bill. It was not a great day for us, but we always find a way to come together to try to make things better. So tomorrow, after we have had a good time tonight, we will get up in the morning and we will fight another day. That is what we do as a Congressional Black Caucus, and we are going to do the best we can to make sure that we take care of the people who need us most.
SNAP and Parents Plus. Talk to me about that.
SNAP is the bill that we had on the House floor today. They cut $40 billion out of SNAP. I managed the bill and we did well. Better than most people gave us credit for. We only lost a vote by about 5 or 6 votes because people know that as you try to make them understand that they have to vote their conscience and not their party, some people finally heard it and got it. Parent Plus is a whole other situation until we can get the White House to either do one of two things, either to go back to the 2011 rule or to say that if you're going to do a new rule, give us some notice, just like you did with health care or anything else. Say, in 2 years from now, we're going to implement this rule. Those are the only two things that are acceptable to us. Otherwise, we're going to lose HBCUs across this country in numbers that we could never imagine.
And lastly, President Obama is going to be speaking Saturday. What do you want him to say to the black community?
I want him, number one, to say that he is taking care of Parent Plus loans. Number two, I want him to say that he is going to veto this farm bill if it comes through with $40 billion in cuts. I want him to say that he is going to do something about targeting resources to communities that have been historically underserved. I want him to say that it is time for him to take care of the people, the neediest people in this country, the communities that have been hardest hit for the longest, to make this country a different place, whether it be by education, whether it be by job training resources. Something has to be done, and I want him to say it.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Thank you.
Leader Pelosi, this is a CBC annual week. Talk to me about the importance of this week.
Well, the week is important because it brings people together to take pride in the CBC, what we do in Congress, and take pride of people all over the country. It's particularly wonderful to honor Marcia Fudge, the chair of the CBC, especially today when she led the fight on the floor against cutting food stamps, which is of course near and dear to our hearts. So she's a champion for working people and a great leader of the CBC.
And I guess this week what it does, it drills down on issues primarily affecting the black community. What, in your eyes, are some of the most important issues for the black community right now?
Well, right now, because of the timing of it, what is really important is to address the Supreme Court decision in regard to voting rights, because voting rights are essential to everything else that we do. Of course, it's always about jobs, about education, about ending disparities in health care, it's about all of those things. But essential to it all is the respect for every voter who has eligible to vote, that they have the right to vote, and the vote be counted. The Supreme Court made a very bad decision. Congress has to correct that. We need the CBC to weigh in very heavily.
All right. And what about jobs and Parent Plus and things, that the Parent Plus loan program?
I'm sorry?
Jobs and the Parent Plus loan program.
Yes. As far as jobs are concerned, every problem that most families have is helped by jobs. There's jobs for the parents, jobs for the kids, prospective jobs after kids get out of school and the rest. So the president has tried very hard. He's tried very hard to create jobs. He doesn't get the cooperation of the majority of the Republicans in Congress, but doesn't mean he isn't making the fight. And also, he knows the value of parents and kids when it comes to education, whether it's participation in their school at an earlier age, or what happens to them when they need assistance going to college. So there's a big agenda here, and the Congressional Black Caucus will make a big difference.
Thank you so much.
American Urban Radio Networks is Urban America's radio leader.